Our next inductee this evening is Bert E. Swenson, and the plaque reads, when Bert Swenson graduated in 1909, the Peru yearbook called him the best all-around man that the college has ever put out. Tall and strong, Swenson excelled in football, basketball, and baseball in an era when opponents ranged from the area high schools to the University of Nebraska. He and his wife Stella established the Swenson Medal in 1925 in memory of a son who died in infancy. The award honors Peru State athletes who excel in sports, academically, and in citizenship. Swenson later dedicated much of his life to developing an award-winning recreation program in Stockton, California, and he passed away in 1963. At this time, we'd like to have Bill Swenson, who is one of the co-representatives here this evening, come forward, and I need to reintroduce, because we had it flipped on the script here, but he is accompanied by his sister, Marlis Swenson Waller.
First, I'd like to introduce my wife, Ann, here at this table, surrounded by Swensons. To her, I'll just go around. To her right is our son, Bob Swenson, Bert's grandson. Cousin Richard Swenson from Davenport, Iowa, and his wife, Barbara. Sam Swenson from the Lincoln area, or Omaha. And another Swenson, Harry Swenson from Greenwood, Nebraska, and his wife, Karen. And I have an older sister, Jean Swenson Breck, and her daughter, Carol Breck, is with us today, plus Marlis's husband, Lynn Waller, who's sitting over with the nominating committee. We appreciate the group showing up for tonight. I want to thank the people that support Peru State College and attending this athletic event. And it sounds like you did a good job recruiting there, coach, wrestler. The Swenson family wishes a special thanks to the nominating committee, the athletic department, and all of those associated with honoring our father, Bert E. Swenson, into the Peru State College Hall of Fame. And when I was talking with my son, he went, Dad, 1909, that's 123 years ago. So that's really something. Bert was a son of Olaf T. and Jenny Swenson. His parents had established a practice that when their sons were old enough, about 21 or so, Olaf T. would give them a section of land to farm. So Bert started thinking about going to college instead of farming like his older brothers. So he asked his father if he could attend college rather than farm. His father said, I got to get this closer where I can see it better, that if he would put in the fall crop in the spring and harvest it in the fall, he would help him go to Peru. Bert wanted to go to Peru, so he went back to his high school and asked to be enrolled, to which the principal asked why he wanted to do that. Bert replied, when I was a senior and ready to graduate, I had smallpox and had to drop out and didn't go back, and I need a diploma in order to get in Peru. So the principal said Bert was a good student when he was here, so he would give him a diploma, and he did. Bert entered Peru, well, it's already said there that you covered that. After he graduated from Peru, he taught high school over in Holdridge for a year, teaching math and science and coaching for sports. 1910, Bert went to Springfield College in Massachusetts, participating in football and basketball, and graduated in 1912. Then on August 22nd, 1912, Bert married a former classmate from Peru, Stella Spillner. I'd like to point out that our mother also was a graduate of Peru and was involved in many campus activities, including athletics and music. That fall, their first home was in River Falls, Wisconsin, where Bert organized the original Department of Physical Education for men and women at Wisconsin State Teachers College, River Falls. He was the university's first athletic director and served at that post for 6 years. He also coached the Falcons to conference championships in football and basketball. Bert came to Stockton, California, and Stockton's about 60 miles east of San Francisco in the San Joaquin Valley, as superintendent of playgrounds. Under his direction, the city purchased 200 acres for the development of Oak Park. The area had hundreds of old oak trees, and it's still a beautiful park today. Over the years, lighted tennis courts, softball complexes, baseball fields, all with lights, and 4 swimming pools were added to the recreation program. Under his leadership, he got an individual to donate 150 acres for another park to the city. Let's see, okay, 1925 they established the Swenson Award, and that's already been covered, so we don't need to repeat that. The Swenson Award for Bert and Stella, there was a warm spot in their heart for Peru, and they talked about it quite a bit, and Bert and Stella had 4 kids, and we knew about it. Okay. One of the probably the best known recreation contribution was the establishment in 1922 of the city summer camp at Silver Lake in Amador County. It enabled thousands of Stockton families to enjoy vacationing in the high Sierra Mountains at a modest price. Later, in 1939, he convinced the city to put away $2,500 of money towards a purchase of a golf course. This is 1939, and the end of the Depression, and he got them to put this money away for a future 18-hole golf course, and he had the vision that the Stockton was going to grow north. So they developed the park and named it after him in 1952. Excuse me. In 1950, at the age of 65, he completed a master's degree at College of Pacific in Stockton. And then in 1954, he retired after 36 years as Director of Recreation. Bert passed away in 1963, 1 month short of 78 years old. Also, after he passed away, he was inducted into the Stockton Hall of Fame and the University of Wisconsin River Falls Hall of Fame. And some of the things that we talked about of what Peru had done for Bert, and we came up with kind of some thoughts that we felt that Peru State College provided our father an opportunity to develop leadership skills, because he was involved in a lot of activities and an officer in many things. Peru gave Bert an opportunity to participate in activities that would expand his horizons beyond years of college. The instructors at Peru stimulated his thinking towards a big picture of youth activities. But last but not least, he met our mother, Stella, at Peru. So that's very important, or we wouldn't be here. Anyway, thank you all for coming, and we wish you to have a good game tomorrow. Thank you.